So I want to talk a little bit more about a few of the guys that really were charging pipe, you know. And like there's a guy named Mark Harlow. You grew up next to him, your dad. Oh. There's a guy, Mark Harlow. He's 2 doors down from your old house. This guy just pounds nails and stuff. This guy used to charge pipe really hard. He's born and raised right there on Pipeline. Yeah. He was part of a crew of guys that were just charged. You had Bruce Hansel. There was Tim Fritz, like we were talking about. Tim Fritz would go out there on like a 6'4" twin fin and do 360s in the barrel on 8-footers.
Yeah, my dad told me that story.
Max Medeiros would surf on a 6'4", a 6'2".
Max is
and
a legend.
Everybody's on 7.6s, and Max is on a 6'2".
Yeah.
And Max is literally like, I don't think there's anybody I can say today that's a goofy footer that I see that goes harder under the ledge than Max used to go. Yeah.
Whoa.
No, he was doing it back then. No, he would paddle. The waves nobody wanted, they're standing up. It's on the ledge. He'd whip so late because he was so, I don't know, he was so agile and he was very good.
Max,
he could get to his feet and make the turn.
Yeah.
His 6'4s probably were so magic too, because back in the day it had a little something. So I bet nowadays you couldn't even get a 6'4 like that.
Yeah, they're definitely different style of boards, and he's kind of smaller too.
Yeah, yeah.
So a 6'4 might have been like a 6'6" or 6'8".
And he does seem quite quick.
But yeah, this guy John Dom. There's another guy named John Dom. Mm-hmm. He got the cover of Surfer Mag. He was a pilot. He's from Kailua. There's these guys from Kailua. There's some crazy Kaneohe Kailua guys that would come down. Mark Wildman and John Dom. And there's some, they were all these packs.
For nothing.
There was these Hawaii Kai guys, and there was these Kailua guys, and then there's these Waimanalo guys, and there's groups of guys from all around. I mean, there's this guy named Stephen Ng. This Hawaiian guy, Japanese Ng, he made paddle boards.
What about Butch Van Arsdalen?
That's way before me. There's this guy, Stephen Ng. You guys got to hear this guy, Stephen Ng. He would shape his own boards. He would make these most awkwardest boards, like maybe looking like the one Nathan Fletcher was riding about 10 years ago, that brown thing.
Oh, yeah, that was
the
weird.
It's like that cork board. He made his own boards. He'd go out there. We'd all be out there, big crowd. And when he started paddling, he turned on his motor and he yelled. Every stroke, he's yelling. Like top of his lungs.
What kind?
Like
just Indian kind?
Just ready to go to war.
Beers before kind, or not even beers?
Probably he might have been a little high, might have been a little drunk. I don't know, but maybe he wasn't. But
some Kona before that thing.
So,
R.I.P. to all these uncles out there. That thing on there.
And then you got a guy.
Jamie. Damn it.
Back then it was like, guys, there is so many You had this guy named Adam 12.
Yeah, he still surfs there.
Names, bro. There's names of people.
I've heard all these names.
These guys were all, and they were all good surfers.
We should put all the names that Liam's talking about on this list, like in the link of this description. So like people that are watching this podcast, like
go Google.
Try Google them, bro.
You probably won't find much because this is before the internet. But if you're lucky, go buy every issue of Surfing and Surfer magazine and you'll see them all.
Yeah.
Because they were in those mags before, there's just so many
Some of those
guys.
old surf videos on YouTube, like the full old surf videos that were from the 60s and stuff.
Some of those pop up.
Yeah, you'll see some guys get rides where you're like, that's as good as a ride would be today. But they're like on a board from the 60s, and it always blows my mind.
Okay, I got one for Liam. Can you pull up I don't know, that photo you pulled up of Liam
James
earlier?
Labrador.
James Labrador. Yeah, the thick
Is this
barrel.
Liam's movie? Uncle Liam, you made the meanest movies. We should touch on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
2000, yeah. And the bomb 2001.
We want to see the photo of pipe of Laim Mcnamara.
On the Gorilla Bowl?
Bruh, like iconic pipeline photo.
It's the one right to the right.
Oh, that's
right. 5 down. No, that's...
Oh, that is a cave too.
Right
we were really good at capturing the Gorilla Bowl.
So if you guys want the story behind this one...
I want the story behind this one.
This is a good story.
The Gorilla Bowl.
So it was the finals of the Pipe Masters. It was Aki and Slater, the 1997 Pipe Masters. So 6 to 8 foot perfect. Slater beat Aki.
Yeah.
The next morning came, and there was a 13 feet, 20 second swell.
Whoa.
And we had a leftover 8 foot west with a 1320 on top. me, Wakita, and this other guy, Erin Grabarek, the one who had that wipeout with, what's his name?
We'll cut to that too later.
So me, Wakita, and Erin Grabarek with us, kind of a couple of my boys. We're down there early in the morning. So back in my day, guys, I would go down there at dawn in the dark. Every day pipe broke, I was there at dawn in the dark.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't leave. If I wanted coffee, I sent Bali Joe. I didn't leave.
Yes. What year was this?
I waited, and I'm just saying, when I used to surf pipe and you think it might get good, you never leave. You stay, you stay. But anyway, we're looking at the waves, and it's doubling, tripling. You know those days when the swells are coming up, and
it's
you're
scary
like,
pipeline, shallow.
So we're looking at it going, wow, we're scratching our head. I mean, we waited a little bit. We paddled out. And there's this cameraman named Jack English.
Yeah.
This guy's like, he's never shot Hawaii in his life. He's a little puppy dog. He's got this little Nikon's camera that you can only take one photo with.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
He's never been out at Pipeline.
Okay.
You had Ted Grambo and him.
Ted.
And him.
Yeah.
They were get out there. I look, there's Ted, there's this guy. Next thing you know, these sets are coming in. Ted's gone. There's one cameraman out in the water. This wave comes, Slater paddles out. Slater's in the channel. He's paddling out. So I was right outside of the first reef.
Yeah.
It wasn't second reef.
Really? Just loading.
I'm sure
loading on the first reef.
You've probably had once or twice, maybe 3 times in your life where you caught that wave that actually was legitimately an 8-footer and legitimately like a 6-footer on top.
Yeah.
You actually went over it.
Yeah.
And it was actually a real wave.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you'll get one of those
That pipe.
that actually you go over it and it doesn't just completely just explode.
It holds.
So it all kind of came together. I took off on the top part.
Whoa.
And I got to my feet because I get to my feet slow. And as I got to my feet, it just all came together into one.
Whoa.
So it was 2 waves in one. It was yesterday's swell and today's swell.
That's why that thing looks like Chopo.
Yeah,
like
and then
XXL.
I came off the bottom. So I always have to tell people, if you look, you can see there's a leash on my foot. It's not Chopo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is before Chopo was ever documented. Chopo's waves ridden like that were documented in 1988, 89, 90. This was 87.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 97.
And is that Jack
This
English?
is 97. So the story is this guy, Jack English, I didn't know. I rode the wave. I didn't know it was behind me. I went in.
Yeah.
I used to pull my car up right in the right of way right there between the houses by your house. I pull up the next morning and this guy comes up like a puppy dog and he's like, hey, look at this. And he has a bigger slide. It's like a slide this way. It's back in slide days, but it's a bigger slide.
Yeah.
He shows it to me and I went, what the fuck? And then right there, Don King comes walking up.
Yeah.
So let me see that.
Whoa.
That's the heaviest thing I ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah. That's timeless. That doesn't happen.
I got blessed with a wave. That's my wave to remember.
100%. Was that the cover? Did you get a cover right there on that thing?
I got a few covers.
Posters?
I got a few covers. I got Surfing and Surfer. They don't use me too much. One time they did.
Yeah.
I got a spread, but I got Surfing, like Japanese magazine and Surfing Life Australia and numerous covers.
That's like one of the most iconic pipeline photos ever to live still to this day. You don't see waves like that at Pipeline.
The crazy thing is this guy, Jack English, had a Nikon's that you can only take one shot at a time.
Wow.
So he waited
and
until
he
it
was
did
the
that?
only guy in the water. 0. One cameraman. Guy had no idea what he was doing.
That's crazy.
Touched the button and he got
Boom.
slammed to the beach.
No way.
And that was his one shot. And that made his whole career.
Yeah, that's
Destiny.
the camera. That's what he shot it on right there.
What a ledge, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
One shot.
Man. I bet that wave just spit its guts out after that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I didn't really get that barreled on it. And I think I saw one guy who had a video on it, but it was more what's behind you that I didn't see.
yeah.
What about those waves you used to get? I remember on the H3O, the old H3O series when we were kids, growing up. Do you remember H3O? I remember always on the pipe segments, you used to get not only some of the craziest rides, but you used to get these ones where, I don't know if the swell would be super west or something, but you guys would get the big pipeline barrel and then you guys would come out and almost like the wave, you guys would kick out of the wave, but then go into like a new wave that would barrel. And I remember you would always get like the extension ones that could always go longer. And one time I remember you kicked out of the wave and you stayed standing on your board and you like stayed. And then the next wave, like you caught it and then took off and kept riding.
When it's really, really west, obviously getting 2 barrels on a wave can happen a lot.
Yeah.
Getting 3 on a wave is rare.
Yeah.
I've done that
like
a few
4,
times.
right?
You
3 or
can't.
4?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can go all the way down to Aokai. But I mean, guys, the late 80s, I'm sorry to say, the late 80s pipe broke a lot.
Really? Why do you think?
And the early 90s, the best winners at Pipeline were 80, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92.
But why?
So no
80,
scoring.
85 to 95, 90 to 95.
Missed it.
Yeah, you definitely missed that window, Mason.
But
Now it's in
and
that
the
sack
thing was
fresh.
the thing was this is when the best cameramen in the world were shooting, and this is when
true.
all the videos were happening. And it's I'm not trying to brag about it. I'm just saying I was blessed to grow up in an era when it was all documented. It was all magazines. It was all camaraderie. It was pecking order. It was a little more core.
Yeah, and like
A lot of more.
And if you want to see some of like the heritage of like, I don't know, like Liam's North Shore Surf Shop in Haleiwa has like incredible, and like it's probably the most iconic surfboard collection on the roof. Like if you guys here on the North Shore, go into the shop, check it out. Like you will blow your mind on what's on that roof, and like if those boards could speak, it would just be incredible.
Yeah, if you enjoy surf history, like you go in there, it's like a little candy store.
Right, he's got some Liam boards up there, freaking Johnny Boy, Marvin Foster, you name
Uncle Sonny, Dad,
Sonny,
Uncle Derek, I seen them all.
Yeah, it's so good.
Martin Potter.
So good.
I want to just say one last thing before maybe we wrap things up here pretty shortly. But
wait, that your 2 sons are straight hammers?
No, that your dad and your uncle had my back my whole career more than any other people on this planet.
Oh, that's
what?
sick.
I love that.
I had guys that I don't need to name, but we know from the North Shore, VLAN, whatever guys, they think they're gnarly guys and guys trying to fuck with me. So, I'm sorry. Guys,
I love this. That's why we made this podcast.
I've had Derek put the biggest, gnarliest guys in their place.
Yeah.
Because he had my back.
Yeah.
And Mike used to pick me up when I was 15 and drive me to the Hollywood International Open.
Legendary.
You know, I lived
Love
across the
that.
street. I was at Mike's 30th birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Your dad's,
Love
your
that,
dad's
Alex.
70 now?
Yeah.
67?
67, yeah.
Yeah. So 37 years ago, I was at Mason's house for his dad's 30th birthday.
That must have been a good one, huh?
sick.
How old were you? 0? You're
8, yeah, 0 or -7 or something.
So that's how far back I go with the whole family.
I love that. I've always felt that with Diox. I know Dad wouldn't even let me go to Europe with you back in the day unless you.
But then the crazy one is I've had some heats with your dad and your uncle.
Oh
now.
my! What the heck?
Like I've had heats where like
yeah, we're gonna wrestle like
I never pulled back. I took them out if I could take them out. They took me out.
I got okay. But
you're the best in the heat.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Or the worst.
Yeah.
That's how I like to be, baby.
So the was it the 1993 Pipeline Masters? You're in the final, yeah. What happened? Was there like a argument in the water? There was some splashing going down. Maybe a potential fight about to happen.
The bonus rounds
in the middle of the Pipeline Masters finals. Like,
wait, what? I don't know about this.
Okay, so to start with, the first ever Pipe Master Trials, was 24 guys.
Okay.
6-man heats.
Oof.
4 heats.
15-minute heats.
No, it was like 4. It was 30 minutes. It was Randy Rickey. He basically threw us all out there like gladiators to just get in each other's face.
Who walks out alive?
The finals of the trials was Johnny Boy, Erin Grabarek, Michael Ho, Larry Rios, Jack Johnson,
Sick.
and me.
Sick.
Well, in the finals, I didn't see Jack Johnson the whole heat.
Oh yeah,
he went down off the wall.
Oh,
I gave 3 guys interferences.
Oh shit!
I don't think anybody's ever given 3 interferences.
That's pretty nice.
Wait, those are all hammers.
I gave Johnny Boy. I gave Johnny Boy interference.
Oh, he must have been pissed.
I don't think. I think Mike's Mike might have been the only one I didn't give an interference to, and I might have even gave him one.
So
but you know who made the heat with me, Johnny, and Mike.
Yeah.
Even though they had interferences.
Perfect.
And then into the main event, we went into the
sick
So in the semifinals, Sonny was wiping out and going to the hospital, and
I remember that. I was on the
he
beach.
came back, and then in the finals, Sonny was wiping out, and it was me, Slater, and Barton Lynch out there in the water.
Yeah.
It was 4 or 5 feet and pretty crappy.
Yeah.
But they still used to judge the left a little better.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Yeah.
And rumor has it,
Okay.
I'll say it happened. I don't know. When you're in the final of Pipe Master, you want to start asking somebody questions? I don't know. So I guess the story goes that Slater came to me and Barton Lynch and said, let's stop surfing. Let's go in and wait for Sonny.
No way.
I guess the story goes, I said, F you, I'm winning this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed a 3.9. I needed a 4.
To win the Pipeline Masters.
Yes.
Wow.
I got a 3.9.
No.
They kept Sonny ahead of me. I was in third.
Yeah.
No, I was in third. I needed a 3.9 to win. Sonny was in first.
Oh, wow.
They made me go to second. Slater caught a little right, got a little shampoo, head dip, came out, won it.
Yeah. Crazy. And that's his first Pipeline Masters final and world title, yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that was his first world
That
title.
would have been 92, right?
No, I don't think that he had the
93
samurai
was Derek.
helmet on. He had the samurai helmet on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So this was the 93, I believe.
Is that the year when everyone was on the stage and then the stage broke and then everyone fell off the stage because like there was like that platform, a different year?
I think that might have been a different year.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
So I kind of won that year.
But why are you splashing water? It's
I
like
like
literally
that.
in Tim Van Nythen's film. You're like splashing water.
You're pissed. I should have got the score. What?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the
Oh,
year.
that was probably when you were pissed. You're like,
Yeah, or
you're
maybe
waiting.
it was the year Jeff Booth hit me in the helmet in the heat or something.
Oh, let's talk about that. What happened with Jeff
That's
Booth?
sick. Oh, you got the mean cuts. Let's go into the deep
I was in
cuts.
the
I
heat
could
with-
go extra.
I
Wow,
was
these
in
are
the heat with Jeff
mental.
Booth.
We're just warming up.
Jeff Booth, so this is back when there's no priority. I mean, I've been in heats with Tom Carroll where it's 12 foot straight onshore, gnarly, heavy Kona
I heard he
winds.
was cuckoo.
And I look to the shoulder and I see in the ledge over here, Tom's going.
Yeah.
And I'm, oh, you're going?
Deeper.
Okay. I'm going too then.
No way. Wow.
I knew I was going to eat crap.
But you just want to give him a triangle?
Oh, yeah.
I almost wanted to do that to
gave it-
Jamie once.
and I
didn't have the balls.
And I gave it to him. I'm not proud of it, but those are the rules of competition.
Yeah.
If you're in a heat, you got to look back.
Yep.
It just happened to Landon the other day. Not an interference, but this is with priority.
Yeah.
So Jeff Booth, we were in a heat, and Jeff Booth, I was like, what I would do a lot of times is I'd ride bigger boards than everybody. And if you tried to go for the wave and I knew you needed a wave, I'd come up and tax you.
Yeah.
And so I went to go tax him and he blocked me and I paddled right over him.
Oh, shoot.
When
And
the
so
wave was
basic-
coming?
Yeah, and so basically it was interference on him
Yeah.
because he blocked me.
Yeah.
I got us 8-0, you got us 7-2, you're
Yeah.
inside of me. I'm
paddle right over
going.
him.
Yeah.
Run
I
him
battled
over.
right over him. He turned around and hit me in the head.
Oh, wow.
Punched me, but I had a helmet on. It didn't hurt.
Probably hurt his hand more.
Yeah. And then I came in snapping. I came in. We're all good, but
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
that's Gladiator style. That's
Yeah.
what it was back then.
Yeah. You
When
guys
you
are
go
nice.
over the wave, they can't see you.
Yeah.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah. Now you got drones, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, nowadays with the priority when you're surfing, like nowadays you go look at a wave and they'll take your priority. So, or nowadays they'll take your priority anytime. So I've noticed the only time to hustle is when after the wave goes by, it's like, hey, now act like I'm going for the wave. But then like right when the judges come, go, oh no, I'm not going. I'm just kidding. But really it's like, am I? Nah. But yeah, I still am, It's like, it's like a new freaking wave.
Yeah, it's crazy with the priority and how that all works these days. But pipeline back in the day, surfing in Hawaii back in the day. Oh,
What's the biggest fine have you ever been fined at Pipeline, Ox? I hate to ask you these, but we're getting
I
deep.
haven't.
I love it.
I haven't been fined
Yeah.
there, but I've been close to getting kicked. Well, during my career, I didn't really get much happen to me. Towards the end of my career, after my career was done,
Yeah.
You're letting them know, huh?
Well, you got in some nut scraps on the beach too back in the day. I remember running down the
Wait,
beach
what?
to watch
Really?
a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah, he
Well, I
fought
was-
the backwash guy. What is that?
Who's the back? That's you,
That
some band, some band, bro.
Yes.
I was like 14, bro. We were like, fight, Liam's fighting on the beach. And everyone runs out of the house. I was like, big circle on the beach.
Uncle Liam
Uncle
just
Liam.
stone cold stunned him.
I'm not a fighter, and I've never trained or anything. But
Pure heart.
I do remember that guy. He looked like a goat. He's a surf rock. He's cool, kind of not a bad guy, whatever. But he just, you know, when you're at a pipeline and somebody throws their board when you're in the barrel and you run over their board, it's dangerous.
Yeah, 100%.
And so he put my life in jeopardy.
And so you
figured give him a flash of his life in jeopardy when you're pissed.
We had like a 20-minute fight on the beach.
So long.
That's UFC.
Hey, in the end, I won. I won, but in the end, I was so tired. I was on top of him. I'm all, are we done?
Yeah,
I want to get up.
God, they're fighting in deep sand.
And you
bro,
seen
the whole
that?
Time. Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
How old were you? 16.
No, probably like 13.
Yeah, 13.
Damn.
13, yeah. But like right when you hear the whistle from the Volcom that means there was a fight, and you just
I remember that time.
Everyone just run out of their houses and run down the beach and watch the fight. And
that was probably when Benji, or who was there at the house though during then?
That was Volcom early.
It ended up being right in front of Jack Johnson's house. But
yeah.
I've only been in 1 or 2 fights in my life.
Yeah.
I've been slapped.
No, you've been in 2 20-minute ones.
No, I've been slapped a lot of times.
Yeah.
From some legends.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Me too.
For no reason at all.
Yeah.
And
just because they're legends?
I don't need to name names, but I've dealt with, I'm a howlie.
Yeah.
I get slapped by guys all the time. That's how it is.
No, but the howlie, you're not a howlie. Howlie is different meaning.
Yes.
It's like the other one. But that's another
We're like white mokes. Like,
yes.
We're like
well, I mean, if you're Pancho Sullivan and you're howlie, you don't get effed with.
Yeah.
Because you're like that.
Yeah, big and bulky.
But if you're from Waipahu and you're Japanese, you don't get messed with either.
Yeah. They're like everyone.
skin.
They're like chameleon.
Yeah.
Chameleon skin. They can go to Mexico. They can go anywhere.
I'm not prejudiced at all. Let's get this straight. But if you got dark skin,
you're cruising.
I know a lot of Hawaiian surfers that we grew up with that have dark skin, have nothing Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And they don't get called howlie.
No. They just go along, play the role.
It is what it is.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Flow
so we have
wind.
to earn our stripes a little harder when you
turn over your arm and it's white. Like that. Because right here we're surfing all day, you can almost fake it tan a little bit.
O'Brien's the biggest name in Irish in Ireland. I was just telling Jamie the other day.
Yeah.
And McNamara is the second one.
Serious?
But I'm so
That's
white.
sick.
Yeah, the O'Brien is like a
I
huge.
knew that. Yeah.
It's like Kealoha in Hawaii.
Yeah.
No, dude, I did like that 21andMe or whatever that thing is, where you like take
100%.
that like. Bro, I like took that thing. I was like, maybe I'll figure something that I already kind of know I'm Irish. But I was like freaking 100% Irish. Like,
yes. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Purebred.
But I was kind of like, I'm not saying I'm bummed on it, but I was like,
no, you better not be bummed being purebred Irish.
No.
That's mental.
But I was like hoping, like, I don't know, I'd have like something else.
So you wanted some African in there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, you got the luck of the Irish, brother.
Yeah, I guess so.
Big
right?
time, bro.
No, I think
Got
just
us here.
growing up on the North Shore and like, making friends with like Mason and like all like that, next generation of the like his dad and hanging out with his dad. I don't know. It's just like so cool, like being here on the North Shore and like, I don't know, but just thanks for paving the way and being always a role model. Sometimes you're kind of mean to me, but it probably built more character. Yeah. I'm happy we're sitting here talking about it, chatting,
so sick.
And yeah, I feel like probably I was a punk too, growing up. We all go through our little phases. And I remember Mason was freaking just punky little punk,
oh,
bro.
No, man. Don't remind anyone, dude.
Well,
the way past all that.
The way it kind of works is that you want to, I would push all you guys in the waves and I'd help all the kids.
Yeah.
I remember.
But then when you're 14, 15, 16,
start trying to take
different lessons.
And that's when I kind of tax you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take them back.
And then when you're 18, 19 and you're a man and you can stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Then I go, okay, you're good now.
Sick.
Yeah.
So there's transitions and it builds character. So and it makes you more hungry when the older guys don't just give you everything.
Yeah. So if you're young, Rom, listening to this, like, or watching this, like, just know about like, you're gonna take some like, like hard ones from the uncles, like growing up, but then
we love you.
Yeah. It's nothing but love.
Yep. We want
I
to
feel
see
like
you
that
succeed.
big time with the Grom. Sometimes I'll jump in the water and I'll just be like, "Where's my candy?" or just "Where's the waves?" You know, and then all of a sudden, but I'll be like, I'll see the kids though and just be like, "Oh, I love this kid. I love this kid," you know, and the wave will come and be like, "Oh, watch out, kid," like, and kind of a little bit, you know, but then I'll be like, "Oh," I'll get the beach and be like, "Oh, I love that kid." I'll see him rip one, you know, and it's just funny. Sometimes I'll walk away and be like, "Oh, damn, gotta watch out, bro. These kids are gnarly."
All right, we're gonna wrap it up, but yeah, thank you, Liam, for coming on the podcast. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mason, so fun. Pleasure.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah, Mace. And if you're on the North Shore, and make sure you check out the North Shore Surf Shop. There's multiple locations, but to me, the most iconic one is in Haleiwa. Freaking the board museum is absolutely incredible. Like, you think I have a cool museum, you need to go over there and just check it out. It's the coolest shop in Haleiwa, and yeah.
And his son, Laim McNamara's music is mental.
Oh,
Does he
yeah.
have anything coming out soon? Any new action or?
Yeah, he's getting new songs going. Just came out with a couple of new songs, and he's in the studio as we speak. And Makai's out there catching fish.
Perfect.
Dude,
He's out there
Makai's
catching fish.
wrestling those things, man.
I know. Yeah, it's
My
cool.
hero, Makai.
We're all blessed to live on the North Shore.
Yeah,
We're all blessed to grow up here.
100%.
And we all live within a half a mile of each other
Yep.
from day one.
Yep.
It's
Exactly.
pretty classic.
So sick.
So I ain't going nowhere. You guys ain't going nowhere.
Appreciate you, Uncle Liam.
And I can't wait to see you guys as kids, man. You guys gotta have some kids soon.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm following the leader, but as soon
Yeah,
as Jamie has
maybe.
one, I'll have one back.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're time to end it. Don't forget, click the link right here to subscribe and to Mason's channel as well. And right here to watch more podcasts. See you later.
Mahalo's Kona Big Wave.
Boom.